This week on Inside Boulder News. Expect the unexpected. Boulder's Rec Center staff trained to keep patrons safe. Springtime is here. Here's what you need to know when growing your garden this season. And Boulder's feathery friends are back. Welcome to Inside Boulder News, your source for all things Boulder. I'm Jocelyn Avendaño. The South Boulder Recreation Center has been closed this week for its annual maintenance shutdown. Aside from spring cleaning, Rec Center staff received special training on how to keep patrons safe in emergency situations.
Okay.
An emergency situation can present itself at any given moment, especially at a place where there is lots of physical activity.
Those things are real, and they do happen quite a bit when people are exerting themselves physically.
That is why during this week's South Boulder Rec shutdown, staff conducted emergency training with the Boulder Fire Department. Staff conducted scenario-based training, including cardiac emergencies, building lockdowns, and active harmer situations.
They did their demo, and then we had a question and answer session after that, where they were both answering questions but also asking us questions as far as how can we better approach things in the future, what did we do well, and I think things went very well.
Emergency situations happen and crews have been called out on scene.
We do get quite a bit of heat exhaustion type scenarios where someone is either coming out of the sauna or coming out of the hot tub, and due to either heat exhaustion or low blood sugar, they collapse.
Keith Petroshevich says these instances require training and are beneficial and crucial to keep community members safe.
I think it was a very valuable training, and hopefully we gave our staff some tools to respond to emergencies going forward.
The South Boulder Rec Center will remain closed through April 1st for routine maintenance and will reopen its doors on Monday, April 2nd. Boulder has a climate commitment goal of reaching 100 megawatts of local renewable energy by the year 2030. The city's solar grant program is one of many city initiatives that supports the development of clean, local, and affordable energy. This program helps finance the installation of solar electric or solar thermal systems in homes in nonprofit organizations around Boulder, and applications for this grant program began this week. The City of Boulder Solar Grant Program was first created in 2008, and since then, the program has awarded over $600,000 to nonprofits and homeowners across the city.
Solar energy allows us to reduce our reliance on natural gas and other sources of greenhouse gas emissions in Boulder, which is one of our large goals.
This year, there is more than $50,000 available to Boulder-based nonprofits and income-qualified homeowners. In previous grant cycles, only homeowners that were part of the city's home ownership program were eligible to apply. But with this new cycle, the city will allow any income-qualified homeowner to apply for a grant.
If you are an income-qualified homeowner and live in the city of Boulder, the grant can help to pay for up to 50% of your remaining out-of-pocket costs after any other incentives that you're eligible for are subtracted from the top.
To find out if you're eligible to apply, please visit the city's Solar Grant Criteria page on the website seen on screen. All submissions for the 2018 Solar Grant Program cycle are due April 30th. Boulder has prided itself with its environmental efforts. Starting in April, Earth Month, Inside Boulder News will bring you stories focusing on the programs and events that play a big role in the city's climate and sustainability efforts. We spoke to Senior Environmental Planner Brett Kincairn to get a preview of Boulder's Earth Month. It's no secret that Boulder is a place surrounded by natural beauty and a sense of health and vitality. But behind all that, Boulder faces some environmental challenges.
For example, the emerald ash borer, which many people have heard of, will likely cause us to lose something like a quarter of the urban forest canopy in the next 5 to 8 years.
But the issue is much larger than that. Losing part of the city's urban canopy will have a significant effect on temperatures and even affect species that depend on trees.
We also have significant challenges around our pollinators. We've seen significant declines, like many other places, in the number of honeybees and other pollinating species that are so critical. And then we're in global warming now. The number of days over 95 degrees have actually already doubled since 2000. They're likely to double again in the next 10 years.
Though there are currently many projects and efforts in place looking at ways to protect the natural environment, it will require the whole community's participation to help make a difference.
So this is really the year that we're asking the entire community to start thinking about what's taking place in the environment. How do we start to actually participate in that, whether that's planting trees or planting pollinator habitats or finding ways that we can actually work to protect native species of other sorts.
Earth Month, which is in April, is the perfect opportunity for community members to start getting involved.
We're actually doing quite a number of things. Earth Week this year is going to be very full of events. That's April 22nd through the 27th. You can go to boulder.earth, and there's a very elaborate calendar that can show you all the things that are taking place there.
Events during Earth Month include pollinator protection projects, tree planting projects, and even nature hikes to learn more about our surrounding environment.
So there are many ways for people to get involved. As I mentioned, boulder.earth is a great place to go and see a calendar of events and activities that people can participate in. We also have the What's Up Boulder happening April 30th this year. That's another place for people to come and see all the different things that are going on and places that they can actually participate.
Spring is in the air, which means warmer days are coming, and of course, flowers will start blooming. But before you plant your garden for the season, there are some things to keep in mind.
The city has found pesticides in creeks, both the bee-killing neonicotinoid, imidacloprid, and 2,4-D, which is a commonly used herbicide in weed and feed and commercial products that people get applied to their properties.
Rella Abernathy, Integrated Pest Management Coordinator with the City of Boulder, says that these products need to be avoided because not only are they banned in the city, but they harm aquatic insects, which then goes on to affect our whole ecosystem. Instead, she recommends using organic fertilizers.
There are so many reasons not to use chemicals on our lawns and yards. One are the health effects to our families, our kids, and our pets. These products are known, many of these products are known to cause cognitive problems and cancers in children as well as dogs.
When it comes to planting, Abernathy says to try focusing on planting native plants.
So native plants are important because they've adjusted to our climate, they don't need very much fertilizer, they use very little water, and then they support our native pollinators and wildlife who evolved with them.
Studies show that urban areas are important for supporting wildlife, including birds and pollinators, which have been in decline over recent years. Having your garden have some wilderness to it will benefit these species.
And think about being a little bit messy as a gardener. The 550 species of native bees that we have here in Boulder County, a lot of them are ground nesting bees and make little tiny holes that you won't even notice, but they need bare soil, so leave some areas without mulch.
If you would like more tips on how to care for your garden this season, the city is offering 2 workshops the public can attend for free. The first one is on Wednesday, April 4th at the Canyon Theater from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. The second workshop will be held on Thursday, April 5th at the St. Paul's United Methodist Church at the same time. For more information, please visit bouldercolorado.gov/IPM. A very popular webcam is back up this spring on the city's website. Check this out. The Boulder Open Space and Mountain Parks Osprey webcam is back for a 3rd year. In 2017, OSMP staff installed a new camera for a clearer picture of a nesting pair of osprey. Now you can watch it live from the Boulder Reservoir by going to the website seen on your screen. The osprey haven't laid their eggs just yet, but are predicted to do so in the following weeks. Here's hoping to another successful nesting season. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's edition of Inside Boulder News. If you have pictures, news tips, or events you'd like to see featured, we'd love to hear from you. Connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. You can also sign up to receive video updates right in your inbox. Just go to boulderchannel8.com and click on subscribe. Have a good week.